Before I get started, let's just clear the air real quick. There are two kinds of Tomb Raider fans out there. You got the fans out there that appreciate the franchise. They love the games. They understand where it's been. They understand where it is right now. And they're excited for where it potentially could be headed. And then you have the other Tomb Raider fans that only love the games because they like to Google Lara Croft on Rule 34 all day. And if you don't know what that means, this review is for you. Let's go! I remember when they first announced the reboot of this movie, and I was like, video game movies suck. Like, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Like, Doom sucked, Assassin's Creed sucked, the Resident Evil movies are like god-awful. Video game movies are just trash. I just don't know what it is. They're just garbage. And I was like, I don't even know, like Tomb Raider's really headed in the right direction with the games. The movies could just destroy everything. But then I said, you know what? Somebody's got to make a good video game movie. And then I saw people on social media all day, every day, yo, why they got this skinny broad in this movie? Like, Angelina Jolie is the only Tomb Raider that we acknowledge. Okay, first off, that movie sucked. That's how I know y'all didn't even watch it. That movie sucked. Second off, I know y'all don't play the games because the Tomb Raider in the games now do not look like the Tomb Raider that was back then. The girl that's in the woman playing Lara Croft in this Tomb Raider movie is like a carbon copy of the game. That's just how she's built. She's got the athletic build. That's just what it is. So if you're looking for a chick to be on the screen that's got like a triple F bust, not happening. And the movie would probably be completely different. And then I found out that my man Daniel Wu made it. I don't know if he was a director or the producer, I forget. I said, yo, this movie actually might be pretty good because Into the Badlands was a good show. Even though I felt like I was the only one who watched it, it was still a good show. Yes, this is an action movie, but please understand, just because the term action-packed is in the review does not mean it's on the level of like The Matrix or Bad Boys 2. Just like every horror movie isn't like Psycho or Seven or Insidious. They're all different. There's levels to it. With that being said, this movie is more of an action adventure movie. Like, it's not like Rambo where she's going to be in the jungle and there's 80 dudes there with assault rifles and she's got a pocket knife and you're going to see her just kill all of them in like 5 minutes. Nah, that's not this type of film. That's not that type of film. It's closer to the video game. So everybody that's played the game understands what I'm talking about. But for the people that don't, this movie is more on the lines of somebody's chasing her. She's on the cliff. She needs to figure out a way to get out of this situation without dying. And that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? This movie, in essence, this movie really is like a 2-hour cutscene. I think it's like an hour and 45 minutes. This movie is like an hour and 45-minute cutscene, which is a good thing because the action, the pace is good. They have flashbacks to, you know, shed light on her background and shed light on the story and things like that, even with a few twists here and there. But they're not too random and they're not too long, which is good. So you may have a scene where, you know, it's a regular action scene and then it gets to a part where it's a little toned down. She's talking or whatever. You're not going to be sitting there twiddling your thumbs like, okay, like who texted me? Like what's going on? Nah, it's going to be like maybe 5-6 minutes and it's going to jump right into the next action scene. So I'll give them that. Also, the cinematography definitely makes the action scenes too, because in the beginning, she was in a scene where she was on a bike and they were playing a game where people had to chase her, and it's literally just a basic bike chase scene. But the way that they had the angles and they shot it, it just made it so cinematic. It just added to it. You could just feel the speed and the danger in some of the scenes like that. Also, this actress, I remember I saw her in Ex Machina. She really took this role and really said, I'm going to act in this movie. Because I feel like whenever they told her, yo, we need to see some waterworks, like you got to start crying, she made that happen at a whim. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that she really played the part so well, I feel like this movie would have just been a lot worse and a lot cornier, because when there's scenes when she's fighting men that are like bigger and stronger than her, you can just tell that she's working hard to overpower these men. You know what I'm saying? Even when she falls off like a tree or something like that and she may injure herself, you can just look in her face and it just feels natural, like, oh, I knew that hurt. This movie is PG-13, but that doesn't mean that the action scenes are not good. But if you're looking to see like over-the-top gore, like her take the arrow, stab a guy in the face, and then shoot a rabbit and eat it, nah, she's not Daryl from The Walking Dead. But the action scenes are good. People planning on bringing their children, I think there's like one curse word. She's not overly sexualized, so there's no scenes with her like walking around with pasties on or anything like that. You do not need to worry about that. It's really just a feel-good action movie. You go in, you watch it, you get out, you do whatever else you got going on. I'm gonna give this movie a 6.9 out of 10. Simply because, one, I felt like the movie was dragged a little bit. It could have been like 20 minutes shorter, but you didn't feel like you were in there for your entire life. Like, it's not like Lord of the Rings. So, but I didn't want to give it like a 7 because it's not really up there with like the other action movies that people are so used to seeing. This is like a movie that you watch randomly on like Spike TV, and you're just like, wow, that was like a really good movie. Why didn't I watch it when it was in the theaters? You know what I'm saying? It's just like one of those. So there's really nothing else out right now. If you've seen Black Panther, there's probably nothing else out worth watching right now. So just go see this. And I feel like that's why they released it at this time, because Wrinkle in Time was last week, even though that movie was garbage. So that's why they did it. There's nothing else out worth watching. Like, how many times could you watch the same series on Netflix? Go to the theater, support this movie. You know what I mean? And then go to the gym and do some pull-ups, because when you watch this movie, that whoever that stunt woman is, she gonna make you feel like you need to get in shape. And I go to the gym and I said, I gotta do some dips after seeing this, yo. She got me out here feeling weak. Anyway, hit me up on Twitter at Abwon. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell to be part of that notification squad. Know what I mean? You know, whenever I put out a new video and all of that, because you know I got them coming. I do like maybe 1 or 2 a week now. So talk to me. I talk back. Let me know what you thought. I'm out of here.